Cecropia's principal active ingredient is cecropina. Cecropia is commonly known as chancaro, guarambo, and hormiga. Cecropia can be used in creams and in tinctures. It supports an already healthy liver and is useful as a diuretic. Cecropia also assists an already healthy respiratory system. Let's take a closer look at Cecropia, or trumpet tree, and the science behind it. Our first study comes from Unión Mexicana de Investigación Espeleológicas. Cecropia obtusifolia is widely used in Mexican traditional medicine due to its reputed hypoglycemic effect. During a period of 32 weeks, aqueous extracts of the leaves of this plant were administered daily to 12 recently diagnosed type 2 diabetic patients, controlled only with diet and exercise. Serum glucose, cholesterol, triglyceride, and insulin levels were determined every 15 days. Additionally, various vitals were monitored. A significant reduction of glucose was detected after 4 weeks of administration, but the reduction was significant and sustained after 18 weeks of administration. The result supports the fact that the extracts of Cecropia obtusifolia have a great potential to be further developed into a phytomedicine. Our second study comes from the Instituto Porcino de Investigación Científica y Tecnológica, also from Mexico. Cecropia obtusifolia is a plant extensively used for the empirical treatment of type 2 diabetes in Mexico. Although some of its hypoglycemic principles have been described, their mechanisms of action remain unclear. The aim of the study is to investigate the anti-diabetic mechanisms of Cecropia obtusifolia aqueous extract and its active compound, chlorogenic acid. The conclusion found that Cecropia obtusifolia and CGA exert their anti-diabetic effects, stimulating glucose uptake in both insulin-sensitive and insulin-resistant adipocytes without appreciable pro-adipogenic effects. Our last study comes from the Escuela de Medicina in San Jose, Costa Rica. The study concludes the following. A lyophilized aqueous leaf extract of Cecropia obtusifolia proved to be antihypertensive when intravenously administered to conscious, spontaneous, hypertensive rats. 45 minutes after injection, the maximum fall in arterial pressure, minus 23.5% relative to pre-injection values, was seen, and recovery was not complete by the end of the 180-minute observation period. The extract was also given to pre-hypertensive at SHR and normotensive rats. The fall in blood pressure was more conspicuous in the two SHR groups and was not accompanied by changes in cardiac frequency in any group. This would appear to rule out either a direct or indirect involvement of the heart in regard to the observed hypotension. As you can see, there is promise for this ingredient, and as you will see in a moment, interest as well. Let's take a look at the Google Trends report. As the graph demonstrates, interest in this ingredient has soared, then plummeted, then is up again. The fact that interest is just beginning now is a clear sign for all you innovators out there to begin formulating with trumpet tree. Our next ingredient does not come from South America and will demonstrate our commitment to bringing you ingredients. Rounding out our ingredients for 2009 is Scaledium tortuosum, also known as canna. It has been considered to be 10 times more powerful than St. John's wort. Scaledium supports the nervous system, supports healthy stress levels, supports a healthy personality, and contrary to popular belief, is not hallucinogenic. Scaledium has also been used as an appetite suppressant by shepherds walking long distances in arid regions. Let's take a look at the science behind this African ingredient. Our first study on Scaledium comes from the Research Center for Plant Growth and Development, School of Conservation Sciences, University of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. The majority of the population in South Africa use traditional healthcare to treat various mental conditions. In this review, we present ethnobotanical information on plants used by the traditional healers in South Africa to treat mental illnesses, specifically epilepsy, depression, age-related dementia, and debilitative mental disorders. Details of the recent scientific studies conducted on some of these plants are reviewed. The alkaloid mesembrine, which acts as a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, was isolated from Scaledium tortuosum. Investigations of these plants have been shown to positively affect those suffering from age-related dementia. Our second study on Scaledium comes from Nankai University in Tianjin. A great number of natural products, especially alkaloids, which exhibit a range of biological activities from the plants, such as Scaledium tortuosum. This review summarizes isolation, biological activity, and synthetic studies of these alkaloids. The primary biosynthetic pathways of each type of alkaloid are also proposed. The third and final study comes from two independent researchers in South Africa. It is probable that plants of the genus Scaletium have been used as masticatories and for the relief of thirst and hunger to combat fatigue, as medicines, and for social and spiritual purpose by San hunter-gatherers, historically referred to as Bushmen, and Kohi pastoralists. Scaledium was reviewed almost a decade ago, and new results have emerged substantiating some of the traditional uses of one of South Africa's most coveted botanical assets, and suggesting dietary supplement, phytomedicine, and new drug applications. This review aims to collate the fragmented information on past and present uses, the alkaloid chemistry, and pharmacological evidence generated on Scaledium. Now, is there interest in Scaledium? Let's see what our Google Trends report has to say. As you can see, the Google Trends report shows that interest in Scaledium is just beginning. The question to ask yourself is, are you going to be an innovator and lead the pack in formulating a new product using Scaledium tortuosum? Whether the product is for anti-anxiety, supporting of emotional well-being, or hypertension, Scaledium tortuosum is sure to be a big hit in 2009. You have reached the conclusion of this video presentation. We'd like to take this moment to thank you for your time and hope that you found this presentation both helpful and beneficial in formulating your next product. If you'd like to find out more about the information presented today, please visit www.intotherrainforest.com or send us an email at info@intotherrainforest.com or give us a call, 973-759-2002. Thank you.